Okay. Let me just do what I normally have to do. I gotta always check OBS, especially with this. Anyway, let's go do some side quests. Oh, some tea. Oh no, this is jelly! Can I just have the fruit? Rough place for a stroll, ain't it? I'm impressed you've made it out this far. If only my trainee had the same grit. The plan was to go on a hunt together, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of her all day. I reckon the lightning got her scared stiff. We're supposed to meet here, so I'd rather not step away if I can help it. Could you swing through the outskirts and look for a fresh-faced hunter quaking in her boots? Sure. Let me just explore a little bit, though. Yeah, I'm still wondering what one this one could be from. Like I said, it might be from the one that caused the 7th. The one, Umbral Calamity. That let, Bahamut out. I just turned around the corner. Oh, there's just people back here for some reason. Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to get up this rock. Southeast, so yeah, it's right up there. Kind of figured there was one nearby, I just couldn't figure out where it would be. Now what's in this cave? I wouldn't be surprised if an A or S rank would spawn in here. I've actually currently been thinking about using one of the form changes for changing the eye color of the right eye. So it's a bit more red and less pink. Or maroon, or whatever you want. Make it so it's more clearly red. I would just say more vibrant, less dull. But then again, I probably don't care enough. Yeah, I just want to get this one location down here. Then we'll go back to actually doing the quests. But since this place is even less than the Crystorium, I doubt we will... I doubt that we'll find any lore then, other than how they live. Considering they've been here for hundreds of years by the Crystorium, and the rest of the first was only like that for 100 years, and a lot of it was even lost then. Can I help you? My mentor asked you to come find me. Oh no, well, I'm not proud to admit this, but that lightning is making me weak in the knees. And not in a good way. This is rather embarrassing having only just met, but it's always helped to settle my nerves when the other hunters would cheer me on. I ask you to do the same. Thanks, that helps a little. I think I'm feeling brave enough to finally set foot out there. Should notice me starting to lose my nerve. I hope you'll be there to cheer me on again. Thanks, looks like... look, can I ask you something? How are you not terrified of the pylons? I know their function as relay points for the energy gathered out here, but they quite literally attract lightning. Every strike is like an explosion rattling me to the bone. I hate it. Still, it's not much safer standing around here, so it may as well keep going. If I stop again, I need you to really psych me up, okay? My suggestion, try changing your weapon. Because even if it isn't made out of metal, you still have a pole attached to your back. Then again, everything of you is the higher points. I know it has not seemed like, it may not seem like it, but your moral support is tremendous. Help right now, sir. I'm so close to the rendezvous point, but the roar of lightning really isn't helping my nerves. Maybe I'll pretend it's an asteroidia. Yes, just a big bloodthirsty asteroidia. trainee has told me the whole story. You lit a proper fire in her belly, eh? To her credit, she did well on the hunter's exam, and I reckon she's got promise. Not like she's the only one who's nervous about the lightning anyhow. Besides, your words of encouragement seems to have struck a chord with her. So I have faith she'll overcome it in time. Now, if you excuse us, we've got some monsters to hunt. Take care. There we go. I'll just fast travel back because I'm lazy.
It's the Gone Servant. My, what a pleasant surprise! I hope you've been well since the appearance of this particular place. When first hearing the rumble of a stomach coming from within this dome, I mistook it for the roar of thunder, but sure enough there was indeed a poor soul in need of my assistance, or that I can make myself seen to them. I can but assure it was fate that guided you here to see them given the help they need and deserve. Please follow me and I shall take you to them.
Mila Allah. Try the vegetables from the outskirts, they said. Ah, what could stand to eat this swill? I can't do it. I won't. A man of Evaki deserves better than this. With the perfectly manufactured ration to the production facility, full to bursting with nutrients, I could easily work for days with a little rest. But this, I'd sooner starve myself until my work is done.
A rather sophisticated ballad, it would seem. Perhaps if I take a generous helping of my kernels, apply a little heap, and... There, let us see what he thinks of my popped corn.
What is this? It's absolutely delicious, light and fluffy, yet also crunchy and perfectly salted. I've never seen such a thing in Solution 9. And you said this was made from a vegetable. It would appear the plants grown down here are not to be underestimated. I believe I owe the farmers an apology.
The popcorn was a rousing success. He convinced himself that foods should simply be taken as they are, never realizing they can become so much more given the right preparation. It was heartening to see something so simple as popped kernels could give him a newfound appreciation for food. And with that, I believe our work here is done. I can scarcely imagine where my search for bellies in need of nourishment would take me next. Whatever that may be, I shall be glad to see you there. Safe travels, my friend. Stay salty.
Okay, now I'm a little bit lightheaded. I saw that as a 2 instead of a 3. Whoops. Yep, so by the sounds of it, people are using fireworks right about now. I heard that through my headphones, by the way. Pardon me, adventure, but nothing. I trouble you to lend me your aid. I found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we were sent a soldier and asked to test out its improved combat functionality. I asked a hunter to take it out on patrol, but not long afterwards I lost contact with them completely. I know the symbol is weak out there, but I can't help but worry something might have gone terribly wrong. From the look of you, you can handle yourself your fair share of danger, yes? Could you go out to the Thunder Yard and see if you can find them for me? I won't be surprised if that's the reason why Pandora's was acting a bit out earlier. Because she was probably starting to hear people using fireworks. What fashion accessories do I have? What else can I play with while we go up? I guess I haven't checked to see what freightings I have available. Because I don't remember what I have. I've had the Reveler so long, I don't remember what I have. Looks like nothing else to switch to. How about my currency? Oh! Aesthetics. Yep. Looks like we got orange crafter scraps instead of the white ones. I'll look up to see about that when I get to it. Saved my life. For a moment there, I thought I'd have to use my regulator. Now, I somehow doubt an adventurer like you just so happened to be passing through. That researcher sent you to find me, didn't he? I'd better head back to explain what happened. You may as well come and join me. I'm sure he'll want to know you're safe. Yeah, I did see that there is a mount that I can get with orange scraps, so I'm gonna have to balance what I get with orange scraps. Dawntrail told me everything from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for taking such swift action. These soldiers require energy gathered from lightning, yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Apparently, it took a nasty jolt in the Thunder Yards and went berserk. Honestly, why are they tinkering with offensive output when they could be correcting this glaring flaw in the design? Register the engineer in charge will hear all about this in my report. Sorry for the trouble. I hope this small token will suffice as compensation. I wonder if classes that can utilize lightning actually can do anything to them. Considering that I don't have access to that. I have access to unaspected, fire, earth, wind. What does the solar count as? Unaspected as well. Mosquito juice. Oh, Shallow, what am I going to do with you? I keep telling you to take a hunter with you when you leave town. Well, if it isn't Her Majesty's guest, did you enjoy your tour of Halo? I was told you've been helped set the water distribution system to rights. You know, I could really use someone with your talents right about now. The woman in charge of that very farm just left for the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something, but that's no reason to put herself in danger. Last I heard, she was seen walking up the hill to the east of the farm. Could you go and make sure she's alright? Oh, what a relief. You're looking for a young Shitona by the name of Sherlocky. Now off you go, and thank you, dear. It doesn't look like there's one for this expansion yet. Yep. So that's gonna be interesting when they add them. But for now, looks like I'm gonna have to grind levels up. Or the other ones off the board. I should probably also repair my gear next time we teleport into town. Gods be good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could have really died there. Thanks for your help. By the way, so what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? Auntie Nakinita sent you after me? That makes two people who just saved my life then. Would you mind coming with me to see her? I want her to know I'm safe and grateful besides. I should probably sell the astrologer stuff because I'm not going to get to astrologer anytime soon. Yep. Go to astrologer. Let's get rid of that. This one. Since I'm not... Astrologer's gonna be a while. Any other weapons do we have? We have gun. I'm going to be getting to gun relatively quickly because that's the class that I use for aiming, so... Anything else? Earring, ring, earring. Okay. Welcome back, dear. I can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a girl. You're not a child anymore, Shiolo. Act your age. Now, what do you say to the kind stranger who saved your life? I know I've already told you once before, but thank you. Truly, I'm lucky, and I'm in charge of the Halo. To tell the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I used to be an electrobe engineer, but for some reason the government reassigned me. And I'm Nucky T, the farm's coin keeper, or resident nag, depending on who you ask. Might we get your name, hero? Zedman rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? That's a name you best not forget, Shallow. You'd be dead were it not for him. Now, why in the world would you leave the safety of your outskirts all by yourself? You've been acting so strangely of late. It's clear you're hiding something, so what is it? There's no getting around anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain, but you have to promise to keep it a secret for now, alright? The truth is, I noticed that the farm's harvests have been shrinking year over year, and I can't, for the life of me, figure out why. The staff are all doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain that the equipment is all in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readout was totally normal. But I know there's a problem, and the longer we wait, the worse it will get. In a few years, crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. Well, it sounds serious, and I appreciate that you're taking the initiative to solve it, but I worry about you. Shadow, I can't have you putting your life in danger. Simon, would you be willing to help her look into the matter? As an outsider, your idea of normal is sure to be different from ours. I reckon a fresh set of eyes will be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I could certainly use an unbiased perspective. Could you please help me, Zedman? Have you tried unplugging the soil and plugging the soil back in? Right then, with that settled, I think what you two need now is a good meal. Have a seat, and your auntie will fix you some fresh veggies. No, I didn't want to talk to you. Alright, Zeman, time to get started. Well, I suppose I've already started. But you know what I mean. First things first, we should have you take a look at the fields and see if you can spot anything that strikes you as unusual. You go ahead and make it ready. Jello, as coin keeper, it would be remiss to overlook the matter of Zedman's payment. Before he leaves, I'll send him along shortly. Okay, then meet me by the bridge just outside of town when you're ready. Forgive me, Zedman, but I wasn't entirely honest just now. You will, of course, be paid for your services, but there's something else I want to discuss. I have a personal favor to ask of you. It concerns Shallow. She was born after the land's fusion, you see, and her parents, well, none of us can remember them. The townsfolk have all done their best to look after her, but I suspect she may struggle with things she doesn't feel she can talk to us about. Her reassignment by the government, for instance. For an outsider like you, however, I suspect she may be willing to open up. Perhaps you can find a quiet moment during your investigation to talk to her. Thank you, Zeman. Your help is much appreciated on both counts, of course. Now, run along, and don't forget, you've you're to meet up with her at the southern bridge. Is there another bridge? I have yet to encounter another bridge. There you are. Auntie really talked your ear off, didn't she? Well, I'll spare you my idle chit-chat. You walked these fields with Her Majesty, right? What was your first impression? Be honest and don't hold back. Any little critique might help. Oh, I didn't realize that was an issue. But now that I think on it, this place used to get a lot more sunlight in the past. That's why it's called Yatsuoni, after all, where the clouds dry, in the Shotomi tongue. It's only thanks to electro technology that the farm has survived this long, particularly those pillars at the center of each field. They're a true godsend, converting lightning energy into not just water, but also fire to stave off the cold and earth to replenish the soil. So that is what they're doing. They are turning electrically lightning charged ether into other types of ether. This does make me think it is from. The problem is, it might be one that's coming to a might be another reflection that's having a calamity of this of a lightning source, and probably would have become the 9th calamity if things went the way they were. They were the first thing I thought to check, but they're perfectly functional. Still, you have a point that this is extremely prime. This isn't exactly prime farmland. Maybe there's an underlying problem with the soil that can't be mitigated with our tech. In that case, I say we roll up our sleeves and examine the fields more closely. I'll take the east side, so the west is all yours. Sound good? Great. If you spot anything out of the ordinary, just give me a shout. Likewise, if I find anything, you'll be sure to hear me. Now, let's get to it. Because the lightning one was the first one. The first calamity was lightning. So it can't be from that one. Then again, they could have used the lightning to protect themselves from another calamity. Soil is well drained with just the right amount of moisture. An effect of the electro pillar, perhaps. In any case, nothing appears to be wrong. So it's faintly warm to the touch. Evidently, this electric pillar is doing its job. If you listen closely, you can make out a muffled, crackling sound from underground. Selective will want to hear about this. So it's nice and crumbly, owing not just to the electric pillar, but the dedicated maintenance of the farmhands here. There are no glaring issues that you can spot. Now that you've investigated all the fields to the west, you should appraise Slakti of the strange crackling sound you heard earlier. This is the field where you heard the funny sound. Well, I'll be. There is some. There it is. It sounds to me as though it's coming from deep underground. I'm impressed you caught it with those little ears of yours. I don't have ears. So, should we start digging? The closest to ears that I have are these horns. And if we're going by that, my horns are bigger than your ears. You know, this soil feels a little too warm, and what is this? That smell? Mushrooms? I found something. It's a box and some sort of measurement device. That's enough crackling you. Now let's see what's inside the box. Paper, someone's report. It looks like that's written here. Dushloxy from Yippies. Concerns about toxic array infestation. Yippee, the UP. He's about the farm's founder, know my name. And why would they pen me a letter? I write this to you regarding my concerns for the future of this farm, as well as their potential solutions. This farm survives by the mercy of its technological support, but if the same crops are planted again and again over a sustained period of time, there is a chance the yields will weaken. Oh shit, that's the reason why you do crop rotations. I don't believe it. That's precisely the problem we're having. This is a brilliant discovery, Simon. I need to sit down and read everything that's written here. Will you go and tell Auntie about this? Welcome back. That gleam in your eye tells me there's been progress. We're shallow. A letter front with her name on it. It's buried in a box in the fields. Her eyes must be glued to the pages even now. I wish I could offer you more details about Uprai, but those memories must have been taken to the cloud. I'm sure it must seem very strange to you that we forget the dead. Even we struggled to come to terms with it at first. But we all came to the same conclusion. For the Torali citizens to make a life for ourselves out here, we would have to wear the regulators. All of us, even baby Shallow. At any rate, what matters is that you managed to find the lead. Carry on with the investigation, dear, and do let me know how it goes. More banana. More banana. Jo said she wanted to sit down to read, didn't she? In that case, I suspect she's at the control tower right about now. It's the facility that houses the tower's electronic equipment. She's been haunting the place ever since she was a child. Anytime she needs to read something without distractions, like it's not, you'll find her there. As for why she's so taken with the tower, I couldn't tell you. Anyway, I'll mark it on your map. Go and check on her, won't you? Well, hello, Zevin. Perfect timing. Actually, I just finished reading over the report. Turns out it was a Shantina woman, and apparently she also, well, get to that later. More importantly, this report details the major problems she foresaw imparting the farm decades down the line, which is to say, right about now. It says here she buried this microbial colony counter with her findings, so that the moment this particular problem started to manifest in the field, the alarm would sound and draw someone's attention. Now, I wanted to ask, have you ever been to Yosemite Station? For us, just a solution for our problem, but it requires a special device that apparently left all the way over at the station. Before you say anything, don't worry, I won't be running headfirst into danger on my own again. That is assuming, of course, you would accompany me there. Thanks, Evan. Make whatever preparations you need, then meet me at the Halo. I'll be waiting. I wonder if she says little ears. If you're any other race than the Vi or the V or whatever. Because it doesn't really make sense to call the Aru have little ears, considering we don't have ears. All set, excellent. So about the problem with the farm. According to the report, the cause of the declining harvest is an infestation of X-rays, a type of toxic slime mold. With the electrical pillars fertilizing the soil, everything in the ground stands to benefit, good or bad. That's why the farmhands weed the field so aggressively. But by hiding out of sight under the topsoil, the X-rays have had free reign to draw nutrients away from the crops. The more they multiply, the smaller our yields. In short, if we're to save the crops, we need to exterminate the X-rays. And to do that, we'll need the device that's stored at the station. Are you with me? But what I don't understand is why it would store the report and the device in two separate locations. Wouldn't it have been easier to put them both in the box? Oh well, no point in wondering, I suppose. Shall we be off then? Oh, we got 4 talk points. Here we are at Pani, where the stones Hal reports claims that both she and Auntie used to live here. Then the land changed so drastically that the entire village was all but flung into danger. That's when Queen's Fiend turned up. After some discussion, it was decided that the villagers would take refuge in Everkeep. While most were content to stay there, some grew to miss the feel of nature beneath their feet, so they decided to resettle in the outskirts. Auntie and the others could be living the high life in Solution 9 right now if they wanted, but instead they remained loyal to the land. That dusty old town means the world to me, Sedman. I originally took on the role of engineer so I could help make life easier for everyone. If I'm going to be responsible for the farm, then it's up to me to solve its problems, whatever they may be. The station is coming up now, just over the hill to the southeast. I'm not in any hurry to cross the finish line, though. Slow and steady wins the race, just as well. Seems a downright waste to me. With a little elbow grease, these houses could be good as new, but I suppose it's too far from the safety of Everkeep. You know, that reminds me, apparently the Tuanti and the Shinota used to be sworn enemies, can you believe it? But then some king, Gulo something or other, mended the rift between the two people, and they came to share the land peacefully. This has all happened before Auntie was born, so who knows how many decades that was. We've come quite a ways now. Look at the view of Everkeep. When I was little, I attended school there with the other kids from the outskirts. There where I learned all I need to work as an electro engineer. She wrote in her report that she once took those same classes. She said the mysterious machines were a new frontier she couldn't help but want to explore. Then she used the knowledge she gained from her formal education to build up the Halo. Curious as she was about technology, it seems nature was her true passion. When I think about all the love and care that went into the Halo, I'm not sure I have any business taking charge of it. We're nearly there now. Let's hurry and secure the device. Truly a sight to behold, isn't it? I hope someday I get to see one of those huge trains things running on it, like in the old days. I always had my suspicions, but now that I'm seeing it in prison, I think I actually been here before, back when I was younger. All my life, I thought it was just a silly dream I had. I remember walking along the tracks, hand in hand with some grown-up, while they talked to me about the station and the land beyond. Now I think I might know who it was. Here we are at the station. Quite the trek, eh? Before the landfills, people flocked here in droves, but these days, well, no need to state the obvious, I suppose. Now to retrieve the device. I think she said it was in this building here. storage cupboard bottom shelf at the very back. Ah. Here we are. Apparently this special transformer has already been attuned to the farm's pillars. It should force the X-rays out into the open. Do you remember what I told you before about how the pillars convert the power of lightning into nutrients to help the soil? And the X-rays in turn steal those nutrients for themselves. This device will help the conversion, funneling a massive energy current straight into the ground. In one fell swoop, the beasts will be deprived of their food source and given a nasty shock besides. To escape the shock, they have no choice but to form fruiting bodies and burrow to the surface. That's when we strike, or at least that's what the plan. That's the plan anyway. Isn't she incredible? She realized our soil was at risk of attracting fungi, so she planned out a detailed countermeasure decades in advance. I can scarcely believe someone as middling as me could have a mother so brilliant. I found some sort of official document together with the rest of the report. It states that upon her death, her daughter was to be given full control of the farm once she reached adulthood. Now I've come of age, and I've been put in charge of the farm. What else am I to think about, but that she must be my mother. It feels like something from a storybook, the tale of a humble villager who was in truth the descendant of a great hero. It was no work of fiction. She was real, and she walked these lands just as I do now. When I was first assigned to the Halo, I thought there must have been some mistake. Why me when there were surely countless others more capable? It still hasn't found my answer yet. But if one thing's for certain is it's this: I won't let her legacy wither and die on my watch. At least now we've got a solution for the farm's X-ray infestation. Let's head back to the outskirts and see about putting the plan into motion. You know something? I think I've come to understand why she hid the device all the way out here. I think maybe now that I'm a woman grown, she wanted me to see what became of the life we once had. Just a theory, mind. After that long walk, I'm sure you must be as tired as I am. We'll enact our extermination plan soon enough, but for now, let both take a moment to rest. Oh, thanks for walking with me. I'll see you when you get back. Give me the banana. Oh, now we get music. Perfect timing, Zedman. I just finished explaining everything to Auntie here. You know, I always wondered why the government would assign you to the Halo. I never imagined you were the founder's daughter. Honestly, I think they would have been better served choosing someone who was there from the beginning, someone like you, Auntie. I don't even remember my mother, and yet it's because of her that I was promoted to head of the Halo. I may not be qualified to solve all the farm's problems, but I can at least solve this one. Simon, it's about time we evicted these unwanted tenants. Once you're ready to get your hands dirty, meet me at the control tower. There's one last thing I think we'll need. A gun! Oh, for heaven's sake, here I thought she was worried over something serious. If anything, we were relieved that a local was chosen for the role. Sure, she may be inexperienced, but we all know she's got a good head on her shoulders. She'll grow into it in time. I understand this whole ordeal has been a lot of trouble, Zemin, but I want you to know how much I appreciate all your help. Now, I hope you'll forgive a little worrying on my part, but you do realize fuchside exo-rays are essentially mushroom monsters, yes? They're more troublesome than they look, so please be careful. Yeah, you gotta hunt a few mushroom monsters in Gridania, I think. So this ain't probably much new. Actually, you probably needed to hunt a lot of them. I don't remember. Was it this one that had us? I don't remember which one had us hunt mushroom monsters. Anyway. There you are. Are you ready, Zedman? As soon as I integrate this transformer into the control system's circuitry, those electro pillars are going to send electricity straight into the ground. Your job will be to survey the eastern and western fields and stamp out any fungal fiends that sprout out. Take this communicator and await my signal. Our plan begins as soon as you get into position at the farm. I wonder. I just had a thought. Because there are still a few Asians that aren't accounted for. I wonder if there's been one in this sphere the whole time. Like, rather, they've been able to come and leave here as they wanted. Or if they've been trapped in here the whole time. And that they were the ones who had the connection. Or it might have been the Queen. Or a Primal. Then again, the Queen could be an Asian, for all we know. Testing, Zemin. Can you hear me? The transformer is connected and on standby. As soon as I activate it, the X-rays are going to come crawling up at full speed. There's no telling how many we ought to expect. So be on guard. How's it going out there? Are you hurt? How many were there anyway? Well, you're incredible. You don't even sound out of breath. Well, if you're ready for round 2, I'll reroute the transformer to the fields on the other side. Once you're all done, meet me near the bridge. Wait a minute, what happened to Phoenix? I didn't summon Phoenix. I summoned Bahamut. Where did Phoenix go? I really owe you one, Zedman. With any luck, the extra ray should be well and truly exterminated. They're now the matter of changing the soil, of course, and trying measures to prevent future infestations. But thanks to you, the Halo is on the road to recovery. Shadow dear, do you still have misgivings about your reassignment? None of us are upset by the idea you taking charge of the Halo. The only thing that matters is how you feel about taking up the position. If this isn't the life you want, it's not too late to change your mind, you know. Thanks, Auntie, but I think I'll be just fine. It's always been my dream to give back to the community that raised me. The way I see it, I've just been given a more direct opportunity to do so. I only need a little time to come to terms with it, that's all. When I was walking to the station with Zedman, I remembered that I used to make the same trip with someone else. Yopa, probably. I think she used to tell me stories of her homeland. She built this farm so that our people could survive in the outskirts, but I don't think that was ever her dream. Deep down, I think what she wanted more than anything was to rebuild Gizpani and the station. That's a dream I'd like to see realized, and it can't be done if I'm content to stay here in the outskirts. I don't know for sure what my next steps will be, but I have a lot of ideas. Oh dear, should the coin keeper be concerned? I wonder. Now then, Zedman, if it weren't for you, we may have never gotten to the bottom of this mystery. At the risk of repeating myself, thank you for helping and for caring. You've helped us more than you'll ever know. And I actually really enjoyed our little trip to the station. Next time I have business out there, you better clear your schedule. I do wonder what we'll have for our Beastmen tribes this around. I think I'll call it there. I'll see you all in the next.